What's up? My name is Kamal, and in today's video, we're going to be replacing the rear brakes on our 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser, as well as adjusting the parking brake, because right now it maxes out when we pull the parking brake lever. To jack up the rear vehicle, we just go under the rear diff, or the pumpkin, whatever you all want to call it. And then I place the jacks right here on both sides. I also chock the front wheels on both sides, because if you don't do that, it'll move around on you. And then the other thing is that inside the vehicle, I actually put the gear selector in neutral, and obviously I have the parking brake down. So there's two ways you can remove the caliper. The easier kind of shortcut way is just to remove these two caliper bolts that hold the bracket on, and leave the slide bolts and shift this off the rotor as one assembly. Once this is all off, you can slide this off and pop the slide bolts out of the caliper bracket. But I'm gonna do it I guess technically the correct way, which is first removing the slide caliper bolts, move those out, and then we can remove the piston part of the caliper, hang that out of the way, and then you can remove your brake pads and also remove the caliper bracket bolts and remove this part, which you need to remove this part in order to get your rotor off. All four of these bolts are 17 millimeters. So yeah, I'm gonna just start with removing these two caliper slide bolts, and we'll go from there. So now that I've got the piston part of the caliper off, the next thing is to press the piston back into place. So with our new thicker pads, we can get this back on more easily. And to do that, I have this type of piston compressor. Now that we've done that, there is one more thing which I like to do. That's just with a wire brush like this. Just brush the inside here, because throughout the life of the brakes, there's just a lot of brake dust that gets up in here. So I'm gonna clean this out real quick. And then the last thing before we move on to the caliper bracket is to just hang this part out of the way. I mean, it does kind of rest over here, but I'm just gonna use this just in case I knock it or something. The whole point of that is just so we don't have it fall and put too much stress on the brake line. And then you should be able to pull your old brake pads out. And then the next thing is these two bolts, also 17 millimeter. Now your new brake pads should come 4 new of these metal pieces. Well, I guess you'll have 8 for both sides. But you can just pop these off. And then I'm gonna go outside and do the same thing I did with the piston part of the caliper, which is just use this wire brush and clean up on the inside, get just the brake dust off. Alright, so I just pulled the rotor off. If yours is stuck, which is most likely just because the parking brake is adjusted a little tight, what you can do is get a hammer and hammer the back of the rotor a little bit in the area where the caliper was, and that will usually get it loose. So if we look under here, you can see the piece that we're gonna rotate to adjust the parking brake. And we're gonna have to put the new rotor on to adjust it correctly, because if you mess with it now, you know, there's nothing for the parking brake shoes to push against. But you can see here in the hub, there's 2 holes. So when we put the rotor on here, there will also be a hole in this same area. You can see that piece through the hole right there, and we'll just use a screwdriver, and that's how we're gonna adjust the parking brake. I was rotating it right now, rotating it down like loosens it or brings them in, and rotating it up pushes them out. So if by chance yours is opposite, I guess that means that that piece is just put in the other way around. I don't really think it matters, but it just means maybe that the parking brake shoes or something was serviced before and was put in the opposite way. So yeah, I'm gonna just get the brakes back on, and then we'll get to that part. So just slid the new rotor on, and you can see there's a little bit of little hole right here. It's not like perfectly lined up, but we still should be able to get a small screwdriver in there to adjust that wheel. Now my caliper bracket, I put those new clips on all four corners, and I actually just put the pads on now. I also just used like brake grease, greased the metal parts, and I just greased the back of these where the piston part will hold on, and then the other side, the round piston part will be touching there. I know it's a lot of grease, you don't have to go that crazy with it. I just kind of painted it on there. So put the caliper bracket on here. These two caliper bracket bolts I torqued to 78 foot-pounds. And then also once you get this on here, you can like squeeze this so the pads are up against the rotor. That way when we put the piston part of the caliper over here, it will just slide over no problem. And then we can put our slide bolts back into place. And then the other thing is, with these slide bolts, you could just use the same brake grease like this on them. But I have this True Glide stuff that I like to use. It just says it's a lithium soap grease. I just prefer this over the other grease for the slide bolts. So yeah, I just put those slide bolts back in and torqued those down to 65 foot-pounds. And yeah, like I said earlier, have the car in neutral and the parking brake down, obviously. And that just helps you spin this around to get this in line a little bit easier. So for adjusting the parking brake, what you'll do is stick the screwdriver in there and adjust that wheel all the way up. Should be all the way tight. So adjust it all the way up and then see if you can still move this freely. If you can't, that means it's adjusted all the way tight. And honestly, I don't have a service manual. I just kind of Googled and looked at forums of what other people do. So yeah, put that all the way up, make sure it's tight, make sure this won't move. Do the same thing on the other side, and then adjust it down like 4 turns or 4 clicks. I don't really think it'll click, but just yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the little wheel, and same on the other side. So after you've done that to both sides, you'll come in here and pull the parking brake up. And what I've been reading is that 7 to 8 clicks when pulling it up is right around the proper adjustment. Alright, so just wrapped everything up. With the way I was explaining to adjust the parking brake with the 4 turns down and having it be 7 to 8 clicks on the parking brake in the car. Ours doesn't really make a clicking noise, so I didn't really go by that, but where it is now is where it feels like it should be compared to how it was before, maxing out all the way. So yeah, and then the last thing is after you start the car, just pump the brake pedal a little bit, so that gives the opportunity for the pistons with the rear brakes to actually get out to where the pads are, so it stops correctly the first time you actually take off. But yeah, hope this was helpful for anybody doing either of those things. And if you could just like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps us out a lot and we appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.